So year 9, we're going to be carrying on with the travel writing, and we're looking today at how you can extend your vocabulary and use a wider range of words. So the way that we're going to do this, you're going to be shown 10 different pictures from places around the world, and for each picture you need to make notes on the following. So we're looking for words that describe the image, what you could see, hear and smell if you were in that place. So don't just think about looking at it as a photo. Imagine you were actually there, you're in that image. What can you see when you look around you? So use your imagination. What would you be able to hear if you were in that place? And what do you think you would be able to smell if you were there? Then I want you to focus on how you'd feel if you were in that scene and whether this is somewhere that you would actually like to visit and why, okay? So we can do that as a table, and if I just show you on the board now. Okay, so if you want to do it as a table like this, you can do. You need to give yourself plenty of space because you're going to have to write out things in each of the boxes. So as I say, there's going to be 10 pictures that you're going to be looking at, and for each picture you're writing about words that describe the image, what you can see, what you can hear, what you can smell, how you'd feel if you were there, and whether that's somewhere that you would like to visit and why, okay? So this is your first image. Imagine you're there. It's obviously night time. It's in Paris. You're standing, looking at the Eiffel Tower. Think about which words would describe this image. Don't just write down the first words that come to your head. You could even use a thesaurus or Google thesaurus online and have a look at words. We're talking about extending your vocabulary here. So thinking about words that you probably wouldn't normally use. Words that describe the image, what you can see, what you can hear, what you can smell, how you'd feel if you were there, and is this somewhere you'd like to visit and why, okay? So pause it here, have a go at that one, and then we'll move on to the next image. Okay, so we've got the Colosseum in Rome as the next image. So again, you're answering the same questions, words that describe this image. What can you see if you're there? If you were there, standing, taking this photo, what would you be able to hear? What can you smell? How would you feel if you were there? And whether that's somewhere that you would like to visit. Third image, Venice Beach, California. Same 6 questions for this image. You can just keep pausing the film so that you can have a look at the image, get all your ideas down. Number 4, another beach. This is Bondi Beach in Australia, so we can see a surfer. Obviously you can see the city in the background. Think about what you could see, what you can smell, what you can hear. How would you feel? Is this somewhere that you'd like to be and why? Got Disneyland in Orlando. Same 6 questions for this image. A busy Indian street, somewhere very different this time. But again, think about how you would describe this image. What words could we use to describe this image? What can you see? What can you hear? What can you smell? How would you feel if you were there? And is this somewhere that you'd like to visit and why? Great Barrier Reef in Australia. So we're underwater this time. Again, the same 6 questions. Got Loch Ness in Scotland. So again, the same 6 questions here. Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Same 6 questions. How would you feel if you were on that roller coaster hanging upside down? What words describe the image? What can you see? Probably everything's going to be a little bit blurry. What can you hear? What can you smell? How would you feel if you were there? I think I'd feel quite sick. And is this somewhere you'd like to visit and why? We've got an image of Switzerland now. So we're up in the mountains, probably about to ski down. The sun's shining brightly. Okay. And that's our last one. Okay, so let's try and fill in that information now. Off you go.